Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got an intriguing topic that's been making headlines around the world: Bitcoin mining. You might be wondering, how does Bitcoin mining impact the environment? Well, stick around because we've got all the answers. But first, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Let's get started. Could Bitcoin be contributing to our global environmental crisis? A question that seems to be on everyone's mind as we become more aware of the impact our choices have on the planet. Bitcoin mining, often overlooked, uses a significant amount of energy. Let's delve into the world of Bitcoin mining to find out more. Bitcoin mining, a process that seems virtual and intangible, but is it really? When we think of mining, we often picture a hard hat worker chipping away at rocks in a deep, dark tunnel. But Bitcoin mining is a different kind of digging. It's a digital process happening in the vast world of the internet. But what does this process involve, and why does it consume so much energy? Let's start with the basics. Bitcoin is a form of digital currency, and like any currency, it needs a system to record transactions. This is where the blockchain comes in. The blockchain is like a public ledger keeping track of all Bitcoin transactions. But it's not a physical book. It's a chain of digital blocks, each block containing a list of transactions. So how does a transaction get added to the blockchain? That's where Bitcoin mining comes in. Miners, or rather their computers, solve complex mathematical problems. These problems are essentially puzzles based on the transactions. Once a miner solves the puzzle, the transactions are verified and added to the blockchain. But there's a catch. These problems are not easy to solve. They require a significant amount of computational power. This means miners need powerful computers that can run continuously for long periods. And these computers need energy, a lot of it. Moreover, when miners successfully add a block to the blockchain, they are rewarded with new Bitcoins. This reward system incentivizes more people to mine, leading to more computers working overtime, and therefore, more energy consumption. Now here's the kicker. The Bitcoin network is designed in a way that the difficulty of the mathematical problems adjusts over time. As more miners join the network, the problems become harder to solve, requiring even more computational power and, you guessed it, more energy. So, Bitcoin mining uses a lot of energy, but how does this translate into environmental impact? The energy consumption of Bitcoin mining has a real-world impact, and it's not pretty. It's a process that requires an immense amount of power. Imagine powering a small country, such as Sweden or Malaysia. That's the level of power we're talking about here. And where does this energy come from? In many cases, it's sourced from fossil fuels, a non-renewable resource that significantly contributes to greenhouse gas emissions. But that's not all. The carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining doesn't end with energy consumption. It also extends to the hardware used in the mining process. The constant drive for more efficient and powerful mining rigs means that mining hardware becomes obsolete quickly. This rapid turnover generates a considerable amount of electronic waste, or e-waste, contributing to an already growing global problem. This e-waste often ends up in landfills, where it poses risks to soil and water quality. Moreover, the extraction of the rare metals used in the production of this hardware often has harmful environmental impacts, including habitat destruction, soil erosion, and water pollution. So, when we look at the big picture, the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining is twofold. On one side, there's the massive energy consumption, mostly from fossil fuels, contributing to climate change. On the other, there's the generation of e-waste and the impact of hardware production on our ecosystems. Clearly, Bitcoin mining has a significant environmental footprint. But what does this mean for our future? We've covered a lot of ground today. From the process of Bitcoin mining to its environmental implications, let's take a moment to recap the essential points. We began by demystifying Bitcoin mining, a complex process that involves solving mathematical problems to validate transactions and add them to the blockchain. This intense computational work requires substantial electricity, leading to significant energy consumption. We then delved into why this energy usage is a concern. The bulk of Bitcoin mining energy comes from non-renewable sources, contributing to carbon emissions, a leading culprit in climate change. Additionally, the energy-intensive process also competes with other societal needs for power, potentially causing resource allocation issues. In understanding the environmental impact, we highlighted how this massive energy consumption contributes to environmental degradation. The carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining is comparable to some small countries, a sobering fact that underscores the magnitude of the issue. As we move forward, it's important to remember that every technology comes with its trade-offs. It's essential to consider these impacts as we navigate the future of finance and technology. As we weigh the benefits of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, we must also consider their environmental cost.